because you stayed when others gave up. You're built from grit. You won't find it in a headline, not in medals or in gold. It's the dirt beneath your boot heel. It's the stories never told. When the cold wind shakes your shoulder and the odds say don't go on, that's the fire that makes a soldier. That's where real strength is drawn. You were built from grit, not made to quit. Through the blood, the rain, you still commit. For the ones who dream, for the ones who fall, you rise again, you answer the call. The world may turn, the flags may shift, but you hold the line. You were built from grit. You don't need the crowd to cheer you, or a trophy with your name. It's the brother at your shoulder that makes it worth the flame. You walk into the fire so others get to run. You carry more than armor, you carry everyone. You were built from grit, not made to quit. Through the blood, the rain, you still commit. For the ones who dream, for the ones who fall, you rise again, you answer the call. The world may turn, the flags may shift, but you hold the line. You were built from grit. Be the strength behind the silence. Be the hope in darkest days. Be the name they'll tell their children, not for glory but for grace. You were built from grit, not made to quit. When the sky went black, you never split. For the ones who bled, for the ones who stayed, you fought the storm, you never swayed. When history writes what courage meant, they'll write your name. You were built from grit. And when they ask what made you rise, you'll smile and say, I was built from grit. We are not just free, we are made free by the hands that built this land. Oh, sing the strength of steady hands that carved out roads through restless land. From factory lines to battle scars, they reach for dreams beneath the stars, and left behind their silent pride. So freedom wouldn't run and hide. By the hands that built this land, brick by brick and stand by stand, they gave their sweat, they gave their song, so we could rise where they belong. Let bells of honor freely ring from desert hills to mountain spring. We bow not low, but tall we stand by the hands that built this land. Oh, sing the hearts that held the line when hope grew faint on freedom's spine. They stitched their love into the seams of flags that waved above our dreams. They didn't march for name or fame, but for their child to speak their name. And though they rest 'neath folded grace, we see their strength in every face. Oh, beautiful, the ones unknown who held the line alone, alone. No medal shone, no cheers, no band, just calloused hearts and weathered hands. By the hands that built this land, they shaped the truth, they took a stand. Through every trial, through every tear, they made a nation persevere. Let every child and soldier know we walk the path they chose to show, and side by side we'll still withstand by the hands that built this land. We remember not just what they did, but why they did it, and that's the America we carry forward. They called us forward, we never asked why. Some came home, some still ride the sky. We dropped in low, no light, no sound, just boots and breath on for promise made, not second guessed. The jungle closed, the order's clear, but what we held was more than fear. Carry me home through the fire, through every shell and shrapnel choir. I fight for the faces I still see, for the kid I was, the man I'd be. We don't run when the dark's around, we dig in deep, we hold this ground. Even if I fall, I'm not alone. Brothers will carry me home. The chaplain whispered by his side as he bled out with open eyes. He said, "Tell my girl I wore her name, and I'd still do it all the same. There's no parade, just pouring rain, but God walks slow through soldier pain. No metal shines like loyalty, no bugle sounds for bravery, but in the silence when fear takes aim, we fight for those who know our name. Carry me home through the fire, through every shell and shrapnel choir. I fight for the faces I still see, for the kid I was, the man I'd be. We don't run when the dark surrounds, we dig in deep, we hold this ground. Even if I fall, I'm not alone. Brothers will carry me home. If I don't come back, remember me, not for how I died, but for why I stayed.
They don't always come home on time, but they come home. So if you love them, leave the light on. He left in boots, not knowing when he'd see the porch light shine again. A folded note, a whispered name, the world would never feel the same. His mama prayed, his brother stared at empty seats and vacant chairs, but deep inside they held on tight. Love survives the darkest night. You can't see stars without the black, and strength is more than coming back. Some fight a war you'll never see and carry more than memory. Leave the light on at the door for every soul that went to war, for every name they can't forget, for every debt we still owe yet. They march through silence, through the rain, with broken backs and steady aim. Don't ask them why, just let them be. They fight for more than victory. Baby girl not yet been born. The letters faded, ink turned gray, but hearts don't ever drift away. He wrote, I'm fine, though he was not. He hid the wounds the world forgot, but every night he heard her call, a voice that still could break the wall. And when the fire fades to blue, they need a place that still feels true. A porch, a lamp, a simple door, a reason they're not fighting more. Leave the light on at the door for every heart that went to war, for every tear they couldn't cry, for every time they said goodbye. They carried us through fear and flame, without applause, without a name. And when they're home, let them be known they never marched alone. If you love a soldier, you never really stop waiting, so leave the light on. They'll find their
We don't march for glory, we march for what remains. The names, the flags, the promises carved in pain. I've seen the boots that walk alone on roads where silence makes the tone. No crowd, no band, no thunder roar, just purpose pounding at the core. It's not the past we glorify, it's every soul who dared to try. They left their hearts in dust and flame so we could carry on their name. March for the broken, march for the brave, for every stone on an
The flags in mother's hands, held tight like faith that understands. A folded square, a breath held tight, a porch light burning every night. Their sons and daughters didn't fall. They stood, they ran, they gave it all. And though we walk on different days, their courage walks in all our ways. March for the broken, march for the brave, for every stone on an unmarked grave. March for the dream that still remains. Through storms, through loss, through silent rains. Not for the crown, not for acclaim. We march for what remains. They didn't fight for songs or cheers. They fought to quiet louder fears. For every child, for every street, for peace they may not get to meet. March for the broken, march for the brave, for every stone on an unmarked grave. March for the home they never saw, but dreamed beneath the higher road. Not for the crown, not for acclaim. We march for what remains. And when the anthem fades away, we still hear them in the hush. Between the beats, that's where America I wasn't born a soldier, but somewhere out there, among the dirt and echoes, I learned how to stand. We marched through mud, through midnight rain, with letters tucked that spoke of pain. Not for glory, not for pride, but for the ones we left behind. A photo folded near my chest, a silent vow I won't forget. And when the sky turned black with fire, we didn't flinch, we climbed in higher. We weren't heroes, just a name, but we showed up, we stayed the same. When they said the line was breaking, we dug deep and kept on taking every round, every cry. Still we rose, still we tried. Not alone, not unknown. No one stands alone. His boots beside me found the end, but in his eyes I saw a friend.
He said, tell my son I stayed and fought, even when I knew I might not. We carry more than gear and steel. We carry names we swore to shield. And when the dark came crawling near, we didn't run, we stayed right here. No trumpet needs to call us back. We knew the wait before attack. When they said the line was breaking, we dug deep and kept on taking. Every round, every cry, still we rose, still we tried. Not alone, not unknown. No one stands, no one stands alone. We're not carved in marble stone, but our silence speaks like bone. Every step we took was loud. In memory, we stand proud. So when they say the fight is over, tell them no, we're still the soldiers. In the night, in the smoke, we stood firm, we never broke. Name by name, row by row, no one stands, no one stands alone. They said we'd break, they said we'd fall, but we stand tall through it all. We didn't march for gold or fame, no crown to wear, no perfect name. But we stood where the thunder roared, hearts of fire, but never ignored. With every step we made our claim. In the silence we carved our name. Through the smoke we didn't flee. We were made of something history could see. On the line we stand, we don't look back. Through the dark we're never off track. For the fallen, for the ones who tried, we rise with every tear we've cried. On the line we hold, we fight and roam. In every battle we found our home. We don't roam, we just stand. On the line we stand. The flag's still torn, but it waves with pride. In the stories of the lost ones we'll never hide. We held their hands, walked through the fire, forged by the flames. We still aspire, not for glory, not for gain, but to honor those who felt the pain. With every shot and every fall, we built a legacy for us all.
silence, shout like thunder. Boots in the dirt, sweat in my eyes. That morning sun cut through the cries. The jungle thick, the air was steel, but every step we swore was real. We weren't born to run or bow, we just held the line so. Oh, raise the flag, don't let it fall. We stand for one, we stand for all. In fire and fear, we chose to stay when others turned and walked away. If this ground's the price we pay, then let me believe and make it stay. I stand where the brave wolves fell, and I'll stand here still. Letters home soaked through with rain, road of pride, not of pain. He was 19, cracked a grin, said, "Tell my mom I fought with him." Some came back, some names remain, etched in stone and carried in flame. Raise the flag, don't let it fall. We stand for one, we stand for all. In fire and fear, we chose to stay when others turned and walked away. If this ground's the price we pay, then let me believe and make it stay. I stand where the brave once fell, and I'll stand here still. No statue needs to bear my name. If my brothers knew I stayed, a soldier's oath is not for praise. It's the echo we leave given. Raise the flag, don't let it fall. We stand for one, we stand for all. In fire and fear, we chose to stay when others turned and walked away. Freedom walks where soldiers knelt, in every scar that still is felt. I stand where the brave once fell, and I always will. Still I stand where the brave once fell. We weren't born to run,
were taught to stay where silence breaks men. We learned to hold the line. They said the fire would break our will, but we kept climbing every hill. Not for fame, not for praise, but for the ones who lit our days. We carried scars we never showed, and truths no headlines ever told. So if you ask what made us rise, it wasn't flags, it wasn't prize, it was a name we swore to say long after guns had turned to gray. Still standing in the dust, when the world forgets we trust. Through the smoke and through the years, we held fast to drown the fears. We don't need a marching song, we've been strong all along. Still standing in the dust. My boots are worn, the trail is gone, but I still walk where ghosts belong. Not every hero wears the brass, some just fade like shattered glass. But every crack still tells a tale of men who rose when others fell. You won't find us on TV screens or printed bold in magazine, but every step we made was real, and every wound we chose to feel. Still standing in the dust, for the fallen and for us. We don't kneel to flashing lights, we were forged in darker nights. We don't seek to be well known, we just won't leave one alone. Still standing in the dust. We didn't rise for victory, we rose because someone had to.
We are not just soldiers, we are the echoes of valor. The price we pay is not for glory, but for the freedom we stand for. Through the smoke and endless night, we walk with fire in our hearts so bright. We stand as one, shoulder to shoulder, fighting for a land that makes us bolder. With every step we carve our way, in the darkest night we find our day. For of it all. The apes are worn, but the spirit remains. We carry the strength through the hardest pains. No medals, no fame, just a solemn vow. We do it for the country, we do it now. In every step, we carry their names, the ones who gave it all in the endless flames. We rise again, we fight the fight for the promise of freedom. We ignite. In the face of it all, we are the whispers in the night, the ones who fight with all our might. We carry more than just our guns. We carry every name, everyone. No glory, no fame, just the fight to be free for the land we love. We'll always be. We are the echoes of valor. We rise through the battles, through the tears in our eyes. We stand for those who can't. We hold the line through the storm and the fire. We shine. No retreat, no surrender, no fear. We'll fight for freedom year after year. We are the echoes of valor. We stand tall in the face of it all. And when history calls our name, it won't be for glory, it won't be for fame. It will be for the ones who stood their ground, for the echoes of thunder that still resound. Never talked much about the war, just kept a folded flag behind his tools. But when I asked him why he stood so straight, he said, because some can't stand at all.
He wears old boots with busted seams, drives a truck that still holds dusty dreams.
He never marched in big parades, but earned his quiet in the shade.
His medals sit inside a drawer, but honor echoes through the floor.
He taught me more than books or schools, like how to stand and when to kneel. He built more than walls, just raised a flag we couldn't reach, and though his hands are scarred and worn, they held the weight of those who were gone. There's a photo in his workshop door
of many served within that war.
He nods to them each time he leaves.
No words, just truth beneath the sleeves.
He fixed my bike, he fixed my fears, taught me to stand despite the tears. And every nail he drove back there held down more than just loose tin.
He doesn't need a cape or throne. His legacy is steel and stone,
and every lesson carved in wood speaks louder now than any could. He built more than walls, he built our name with quiet pride and weathered frame. He fought for those who can't be seen, he lived for more than might or sheen. And when I stand beneath that sky, I know just how, I know just why, because my father did it wrong. He built this place, he made it home. In his garage a flag still folds. It doesn't fly, but it still holds the weight of love, the sound of steel, and everything he made me feel. We do not march for victory, we march for memory, for the names etched in stone, and the promise we carry home.
I've seen the dawn on soldiers' eyes before the bugle splits the skies. No throne awaits, no golden gate, just duty at the post we take.
The oath we swore is not for fame, but for the ones who call our name.
Their voices live beyond the flame, and we still march the same.
March, our hearts alive, through thunder, fire, and crossing line, not for the crown, but for the cause. We stand for peace, not just applause. Raise no sword for empty pride, but for the truth we hold inside. The flag may wave, the drums may start, but we march with a promise in our heart.
I've heard the prayers in whispered rooms, where silence louder than the tunes. A mother lights the porch each night. Her son still fights in memory's light.
A folded flag, a sacred tear, can't bring them back, but keeps them near.
So every step we take today
Is built on those who led the way. This march began before our birth, on frozen fields, on broken earth, and still it moves with steady sound, where sacrifice is holy ground. March, march through joy and pain, through loss, through love, through pouring rain. We're not alone, we're not the first to lift this song from soul to verse. Let freedom rise in every part. We march with a promise in our heart. When the battle ends and silence falls, the promise still remains in the steps of those who march after us. He never told me how he served, but I saw it in the way he stood, in the way he stayed. He never wore a hero's crown, just flannel shirts and boots worn down. He'd fix the porch at break of day, then fold the flag and walk away. He built a life with hands that knew what silent loyalty can do. And though the world may not applaud, I saw in him the hand of God. He taught me to stand when no one sees, to carry weight with quiet ease. He didn't preach with words or fame. He lived the meaning of our name. He showed me strength that doesn't shout, the kind you feel, the kind with clout. He never asked to be admired, he just did right and never tied. His war was tucked in old footlockers, with maps and notes from fallen brothers, a wedding ring, a patch, a card, a softer heart beneath the guard. He taught me how to fix a tire and light a fire without the fire. But more than that, he taught me this: to fight for peace and hold what's missed. Now when I walk through crowded halls or hear the anthem in the fall, I think of him, no cape, no show, just steady steps and boots below. for medals, not for cheers, but for the ones who disappeared. He showed me what real courage is, a steady hand, a silent kiss, and in that quiet, proud refrain, my father walks with me again. The world may call for louder men, but I was raised by one who knew that silence can defend.
We weren't born to boast, we were built to hold the line. You ask what this nation stands for, let me show you what we're made of. We were raised on dirt roads and duty, with folded flags above the fire. We learned to stand through loss and thunder, to mend a fence and lift the wire. No, we don't claim to be the loudest, but we show up when it gets hardest. We don't trade honor for the easy way. We carry weight so peace can stay. This is what we're made of, grit and made. From battlefields to front porch faith, it's not the fields, it's the resolve to answer when our country calls. We bend, we break, but still we rise, with steady hearts and clearer eyes. We're not here just to wave the flag, we are what holds this nation fast. We've seen the cost of every freedom in muddy boots and hands gone still, but we don't fight for medals, glory. We fight so children can be still, so mothers sing with quiet safety, so fathers walk their fields in peace. We don't want thanks, just space to serve, to guard the light this land deserves. This is what we're made of, truth and time, not just in blood, but how we bind. We hold the line, then lift again, not for revenge, but to defend. We're builders, not just those who bled. We shape tomorrow with what's been said. We don't need thrones or cannon praise, just one more dawn where freedom stays. And if you ask what strength looks like, it's not in fire, but in the fight, to build a home, to keep it whole, to guard the dream that feeds the soul. This is what we're made of, flesh and will, of towns that rise and hands that build, of prayers unspoken, flags held tight, of choices made in darkest night. We don't just stand, we hold the ground, where honor, peace, and hope are found. So ask again what we're made of. We are the light you're dreaming of. Not for glory, not for show, but because someone always must, and we still do.
Some left home in silence, some returned wrapped in flags, but all of us, we carry the ground. We wore the dust of distant lands with boots that outlived battle plans. We stood where quiet heroes bled and raised the flag above our dead. We carry the ground beneath our feet with every oath we've sworn to keep. From dawn patrols to last goodbyes, the army stands, the army tries. We're not just names etched deep in stone. We are the ones who march you home. We've held the line through fire and frost, counted brothers we have lost, but still we rise and still we serve with all the strength our hearts preserve. It's not the medals or parade, it's letters home we never made. It's boots beside an empty chair, but still we're present everywhere. We carry the ground beneath our feet with every oath we sworn to keep. From dawn patrols to last goodbyes, the army stands, the army tries. We're not just names etched deep in stone. We are the ones who march you home. Wherever freedom plants her flame, we carry the ground and never the same.
They don't write songs for the quiet ones, but we still stand even when the world moves on. I set the alarm while the town still sleeps, pack up my gear, kiss her on the cheek. The kids don't ask, they've learned by now that dad comes home, but not right now. No flags wave when I check the wire, no crowd when I walk through fire, but I've sworn my name with blood and bone, and I'll stand alone. I don't wear fame, I don't chase praise, but I stand like a stone in the hardest days. No camera rolls, no victory pose, but I carry the weight where nobody knows. Through silence stirred and danger zones, I stand for us, I stand alone. I've missed the dance, I missed the birth, still carve my worth into this earth. My boots have miles and no one tracks. My heart is torn but never cracks. She writes me letters, I keep them close, folded near with what I miss most. A quiet room, a porch light on, but I march on till duty's gone. You won't hear me on the evening news, but I bled red, white, and army blue. And every oath I've ever made still echoes in the choices stay. I don't wear fame, I don't chase praise, but I stand like a stone in the hardest days. No camera rolls, no victory pose, but I carry the weight where nobody knows. Through silence, dirt, and danger zones, I stand for us, I stand alone. It's not about being seen, it's about standing when it counts.
They left
left behind. Quiet kitchens, unfolded flags, unfinished stories. But they walked so we could keep writing ours. He packs his bag before the dawn, leaves a note, then he's gone. The porch light flickers, then turns dim. Another town, another hymn. No marching band, no loud goodbye, just tear-stained glass and morning sky. This is the road that never ends, paved by strangers, walked by friends. We fight, we fall, we rise again. We carry hearts in army tents, no glory speech, no camera lens, but we stand proud on the road that never ends. She wore her dress in army green, too young to fade into a dream. They pinned her wings, she caught the plane, left childhood nights and window panes. Her mama cried, but never spoke, just waved and held her daddy's coat. And in the dust of foreign land, a photo tucked in weathered hands, he sees her face through blood and dirt, and whispers prayers beneath the hurt. It's not the gun that makes him brave, it's all he guards, it's all he gave. This is the road that never ends, paved by strangers, walked by friends. We fight, we fall, we rise again. We carry hearts in army tents, no glory speech, no camera lens, but we stand proud on the road that never ends. Valley Forge to Kandahar, they've lit our way from near and far. Each boot print etched, each soul endured, each silence held, each wound endured. We walk for them and those to come, we walk for all, not just some. Freedom's not found in the headline, it's in the miles. We walk for those who can't.
Spring rain falls, washing the pain. A brand new start, a fresh refrain. The world awakens with every drop. My heart beats fast, can't make it stop. In the spring, I'm born again, a fresh new start where dreams begin. Summer burns with love's sweet flame. We chase the light and play the game. Autumn winds, they call my name, whispering secrets never the same. Winter's frost may freeze my soul, but through it all, I'll stay whole. Summer sun, so bright and high, I feel the heat, I spread my wings to fly, chasing dreams in the fiery light. I'm alive, burning through the night. Autumn leaves fall, the world slows down. Golden hues scatter on the ground. I pause to think, I start to see the lessons learned have set me free. In the spring, I'm born again, start where dreams begin. Summer birds with love's sweet flame, we chase the light and play the game. Autumn winds, they call my name, whispering secrets never the same. Winter's frost may freeze my soul, but through it all, I'll stay whole. Winter's here, the world turns cold, but in the stillness I find my soul. Snowflakes fall, soft and pure. In the silence I find my cure. Seasons change, but I stand tall. Through the storms I've seen it all. From the spring to winter's grace, I'll find my way in every place. We don't fight to make the front page. We don't serve to be thanked. But when the flag is in the wind, we still raise our hands. My father stood in the southern heat with worn out boots and blistered feet. He packed his meals, he walked alone, but every step was for our home. He never asked the world to see, just prayed we'd raise our kids free. She held a picture in her vest, a boy in stripes, a Sunday dress. Her letters home were calm and light, though battles raged through sleepless nights. She said, I serve so no one sees the price of peace beneath the trees. We still raise our hands when the sky turns gray. We stand our ground though the winds may sway. It's not for pride or pain or praise, but for the dawn of safer days. So when the drums call one more stand, you'll see us rise, you'll see our hands. From dusty plains to ocean rain, through blackouts, loss, and airline chains, they carried hope, not hate or fire. They lit the dark with quiet tire. Their names are carved not just in stone, but in the lives we call our own. It's not revenge that drives us still, it's every house on every hill. It's porch lights left for those who roam. It's knowing they'll be welcome home. We still raise our hands when the storms come through. We walk as one in red, white and blue. Not for applause, not just to fight, but to defend what gives us life. So when the siren calls again, we'll stand as sons, we'll stand as friends. We don't salute for glory, we salute someone has to, and we still do.